Welcome to Module 4 of 6 in our series on work-life balance. I'm Tina Proctor and I work in the College of Health Sciences at Appalachian State University. I'm also a doctoral student currently researching work-life balance. I'm presenting today on behalf of Hubbard Programs for Faculty Excellence at ASU. Module 4 focuses on children, including strategies which should help you tackle daily tensions surrounding the demands of being a working parent. You'll find a compiled list of all strategies mentioned in these modules online on the Faculty and Academic Development website. Listen to all modules or skip ahead as best fits your needs. And remember, these modules are an attempt to bring information which will be helpful to most. This can in no way address issues pertinent to all individual circumstances, but I trust you'll find something which will prove meaningful to you. Everyone says happy parents have happy children. Well, research shows that our happiness matters. Studies show that our satisfaction with our life is more important to a young child's social and emotional skill development than our education, income, whether or not we have a job, or the amount of time spent in child care. Our kids are watching how we react to problems, and if they learn to be optimistic by the time they're 12, they are half as likely to be depressed during puberty. For those who are co-parenting, it's important to communicate explicitly about time commitments, the level of trust you have in one another, your goals as parents, and the roles you see each of you playing. One step in communication is taking time to think about what you truly believe are the priorities for raising your child or children. Do you have internal beliefs about gender-based roles, for example, which should be explored? Do you truly trust your partner's ability to take care of your child? Do you prefer maintaining most of the control in child rearing? It's important to know yourself in order to communicate openly. Another step in co-parenting is examining logistics. Who has the more flexible schedule? Whom do the children prefer in the morning? Can the Tuesday schedule be adjusted to allow a partner to attend the morning faculty meeting? As you work to define roles, remember you're on the same team. An equitable distribution may not always be possible, but everyone will feel better if needs are communicated and all are contributing. In addition to communicating with your co-parent, it's important to communicate with colleagues and your supervisor those parenting issues which are critical or of concern to you. Clearly, certain people are more sympathetic to concerns than others, and you'll need to use your discretion as to when and how much information you share, but it's reasonable to share big issues and the way you hope to address them. There will be times when your duties as a parent must supersede your duties at work, and it's your responsibility to know the accepted procedures for notifying your department or unit. Be aware of policies regarding absences from work or bringing children with you. And use your best judgment as to when it's best to bring in your child and when you should stay at home with them. For example, many feel a child with a fever should not go to work with you regardless of family-friendly work policies. Choosing the type of child care that is best for your child is difficult and requires much thought and research, but gives you the peace of mind necessary to be successful when duty calls. In fact, studies show that parents who feel they've made good decisions will be less stressed and better able to concentrate while away from their children. Flexible child care is the trend which should be considered by the organized family with some options. Flex care could involve sharing nannies, finding a drop-in daycare center, using relatives and sitters, using formal child care only some of the time, or rearranging a more traditional work schedule to take lunches at a non-traditional time. If you explore this option, make sure you have a space at home that you designate as workspace. Treat child care providers as employees, complete with a probationary period. It's also important to note that you're part of a community where your house may sometimes be the site of care for other children. For those who prefer more structure, visit preschool and daycare centers. Simply begin your observation by observing how staff interact with children. Drop in at different times until you're comfortable. Ask for a commitment from your care provider and go over policies. Communicate openly and be aware there may be changes, including room changes and caregiver changes. Trust your instincts. Many of the strategies presented also work for single parents, but it's even more critical that single parents have a support system in place to help with errands and to avoid feeling overwhelmed. Be sure you have contingency plans for any urgent situation that comes up. Have a plan in case you become sick or must travel for work. All parents need to take time for themselves, but a single parent must make time to recharge so they can be the best parent to their child. Communicate with your support network and your supervisor as needed so they have a basic understanding of your situation. Be as organized as possible. Time spent in advance in organization will save hours later. While we try to teach our children about life, our children teach us what life is all about.